Welcome back to Grief Rebel. If you're here, and I'm going to say this over and over and over again, I truly am honored that you're here because I know how much it takes to be in grief and to be healing. And not only that, that you're spending time wanting to heal, that you're leaning into healing. So I know that that takes a lot of courage and bravery. So really honored that you're here. The 12 healing tenets are in no order. Not any one is more important than the others. It really is about which ones resonate with you. This is by far one of the most interesting to me, and one of the ones that isn't as logical, but is soulful. And it's by creating my intention to heal, I create a space for hope. Now, what does that mean? So often we think that hope exists outside of us. Often we think, especially in deep grief, we've lost our spouse or partner, our life is blown apart. Oftentimes we feel like hope is lost, right? And I believe that hope doesn't go anywhere, that we just recede from being able to see and feel hope. That's why this tenet is really so important, and that's why as I was developing these tenets, it really came to the forefront as, well, if my life is blown apart and I'm grieving so deeply and I'm feeling immersed and I don't even know who I am, how can I even hope? How can you tell me that there's any hope left in the world when, my husband or wife or spouse is not here with me? I don't even know who I am. I don't even know my identity. How can you even tell me that there's any hope left in the world? And I'm here to tell you that when you create just the intention to heal, and I'm not even talking about big steps. I'm talking about teeny little steps like reading a page of a book or going for a walk or getting up when you don't feel like getting up in the morning and getting up and just breathing, or turning and putting your feet on the ground when you just want to lay there, which is okay to lay in bed all day. But like when you create these movements to heal, that creates the intention to heal, and that intention creates a space for hope. It makes a difference. You're not the same person that you were if you are not feeling like getting up, which is fine again, but then you choose to get out of bed. That movement, just that simple intention, creates a space for hope. And so we're not talking, depending on where you are in your journey, if you're really raw and so feeling immersed, these movements in your life, these leaning ins can be just teeny tiny, but they do create a space for hope. A breath can create the next breath and the next breath, and that opens up a space for hope. So I hope by listening to this, no pun intended, that you, even by listening to this, you're inspired, even the tiniest bit, that leaning in has created hope for this period of time. Just even for today. So you can keep on doing that and doing that and doing that. I hope that makes sense. But I don't think there's any place that I've ever, come across a healing tenet or a mantra like this. So just know that it doesn't take work. It's not a goal. It's just an intention. It can seem like hope is gone. And just by being here, watching this video, there is hope. Even if you don't feel it, it's in the background. And what hope creates is the pull forward, even an imperceptible want to make the next move or breathe the next breath. Hope gives us the energy to expand, to open up, even in our deepest haunting moments. a reason to move forward, to move on, to want to stay here and to create a life that works for us. So hope is super important in all of our lives, of course. And when we feel hopeless, now when I say feel hopeless, I'm not saying that hope is gone, because I think hope, in my belief system, hope exists. We just lose sight of it. The fog of our grief covers us from even feeling hope. So it's these little, even imperceptible light rays of hope that give us a reason to not only want to live, but to create a bigger life, to create a life that really works for us. It's like seeing beauty. I know that's so difficult early on and when you're raw, to see beauty and to want to notice the sunshine or a flower or a child's smile. But those are the things that give us hope, that give us the energy to want to create compassion, that make us create this want to love again, to want to create connection again and joy again. I don't know, that was off the cuff. I don't know if that, okay. Anything else? Mr. Good Question Asker? I think the questions are really good. I think it'd be great to get some questions from my peeps, because that's really where I roll, dude. So I want to help, and I really want to answer your questions. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. If you want to remain anonymous, just shoot me an email, and I will answer your questions. I will answer them on video, or if you private message me